friends! Welcome to Lady Toys. Look, today I'm super happy because I've brought 3 extra large-sized dinosaurs to the channel. That is, giant-sized. We have 2 Tyrannosaurus Rex, and in the center, we have a blue Velociraptor. In addition to these 3 dinosaurs, we're also going to see other dinosaurs that we've revealed in previous videos, all from the same line. That way, the fun is guaranteed. But that's not all, friends. We're also going to see some smaller toys. Look, inside this Jurassic World truck, we have a bunch of herbivorous dinosaurs that these explorers have captured in this cage. Look, through the hatch on top, we can already see some of them. It looks like we have a Parasaurolophus, a Stegosaurus, a Triceratops. All super cool, friends. We're also going to see some carnivorous dinosaurs that have been captured in this other vehicle. Look, how cool. We've already seen these trucks in previous videos, so if you missed them, I invite you to check them out. Look, over here we have a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has been captured, and now its jaw is closed with this cage. But in addition, we also have other carnivorous dinosaurs captured. They remain hidden in the cage below. So in today's video, we're going to have a great time. Let's first uncover the 3 extra large dinosaurs, and then we'll see the rest. We'll start by uncovering the first one. Look, it says that this Tyrannosaurus Rex is from the Jurassic World collection, Camp Cretaceous, the Netflix series that I'm sure you've seen, because it's really cool. On the back, there's a drawing from the Camp Cretaceous series. So let's free this T-Rex from the protective plastic. And here it is. How cool, friends! It's a giant edition. Also, as you can see, the little figure has all the details of his skin. But what I like most about these toys is the optical effect in their eyes. As you can see, the eyes are super big and very striking. And if we move the little figure from side to side, it looks like it's following us with its eyes. That's what I like the most. Also, it can move its back legs and its front legs too. As you know, the T-Rex has 2 huge back legs with 3 claws on each one, and 2 smaller front legs with only 2 fingers on each of them. Super cool! I would have liked this little figure to open its mouth, but the jaw is fixed. However, we can see its sharp teeth sticking out. Look, it can also move its tail. It can't move it too much, but it can move it a little from side to side. Super cool, friends. We can create 1,000 different stories with these dinosaurs. Let's leave it over there and let's unwrap the other T-Rex. Look, it's exactly the same model, but in different colors. Here we have another photograph, or rather another drawing, from Cretaceous Camp. Let's free the T-Rex from the plastic chains. And here it is. As you can see, it's exactly the same, only the colors change. But it's really cool because we can play a lot with them. For example, we can make them have a big battle. Look. Also, the eye socket is different too. As you can see, this one has a reddish eye and the part of its pupil is elongated. However, the one we uncovered first is different. The pupil is not as elongated as this one, and the eye is yellow. I love these differences. It makes them look different, even though they're the same model. Oh, friend, I'm looking… no, it's the same. I think I like the one we just unboxed more, the green one. Which one do you all like more? Both are super cool. So now we have both T-Rex here. Now let's unbox this Velociraptor. Look, friends, I just noticed a difference from the previous ones. The one we unboxed earlier says it's from Jurassic World, the Camp Cretaceous series. However, the Velociraptor we're about to unbox now comes with a different logo, the one from Jurassic World, the movie. Now, let's free this big Velociraptor. And I have to say, I love its color. I don't know if any of you remember, but in previous videos, I already showed a Velociraptor identical to this one. The difference is that this one is giant, and the one I showed a while ago was small. We'll see it later, so we can compare the size difference. Look, friends, just like the previous ones, it can move its legs, both the back and the front ones. That's great, because when we play with them, we can make different movements. Lying on its back, standing up covered, that's really cool. It can also move its tail a little bit, although not too much. And here we can see its piercing eye. This Velociraptor's teeth don't stick out. Velociraptors were much smaller dinosaurs than the T-Rex. They could be about 2 meters tall. Their bodies were quite light, which made it easy for them to hunt. They moved in packs and were so fast that no prey could escape from them. Chas chas. Look how cool they all look together. Let's try to stand it up. Like this. And what do you think if we take a look at these two dinosaurs that we uncovered in previous videos? It's also from the same Imaginext toy line, and it's a Carnotaurus. In addition, they have special effects or special movements. Besides moving its hind and front legs, it also moves its tail from side to side. And look what happens if we press this button. Oops, it got stuck. It makes this movement, friends. It moves the neck, the skull, and the jaw. Inside, we can see its sharp teeth and this long tongue. Super cool, friends. A big Carnotaurus is going to face the rest of the dinosaurs. And we also have another herbivorous dinosaur. This time, it's a big Stegosaurus. It also came with an accessory to capture it. We can catch it and tie it from its foot to its tail. Look, but it can also break free from the chains, because by pressing this button, it can move its tail from side to side. As you know, the Stegosaurus was known for the large plates on its body, but especially for this long tail ending in 4 very sharp spikes. It used them to swing from side to side and defend itself from its predators this way. Swish, swish. Swish, swish, swish. It's impossible to catch it like this, right, friends? And here we have this great vehicle, friends. Let's see all the carnivorous dinosaurs that are in the cage below. First, we'll open it, and then we're going to release them all. First of all, we find a fascinating dinosaur. It's a Spinosaurus. Look, it also has an optical effect in its eye. See how it moves? Impressive, impressive. These small figures, just like the big ones, move their back legs and their front legs. I love that we get these reddish colors, and what I like the most is the crest of spines it has. Also, the Spinosaurus was known for having a rather long and wide jaw, full of sharp teeth, which are very reminiscent of the jaw of a modern crocodile. Well, this is the first one inside the cage. Let's see the next one. Look, how cool! Doesn't this dinosaur remind you of another dinosaur? It's exactly the same as the Velociraptor we uncovered in today's video, but this one is red and a bit smaller. Look, let's see the difference. Here we have it. As you can see, the figure is exactly the same. It's a Velociraptor, and it comes in the same pose and position. But one is giant and the other is small. It could be its little baby. And I also think we have one that's exactly the same, even the same color. Here it is. I love it. Like I told you, we can pretend that the big one is the baby and these two are little siblings. And they're the babies of this mother. I love it. It's super cool. Remember that we should always let our imagination fly. The stories we can make up are fascinating. And finally, we have this great T-Rex, a Tyrannosaurus Rex in a small size. We can also see its sharp teeth coming out of its jaw. Let's see the difference with the one we just took out. This time, the little figure isn't exactly the same. But look, it seems we can notice differences in the part of its skull, especially in its jaw. This one has it more pointed. But I also love them. Another baby with its mother. Oh no! Have the mothers realized that we captured their babies? They want to attack us. I'm going to speed up. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. It's getting closer. Now, another vehicle is the vehicle. With the herbivorous dinosaurs, we've arrived. Let's release the cage to free the dinosaurs. Let's see what we find around here. First, we have a Parasaurolophus. This herbivorous dinosaur is mainly known for the large horn it has on the back of its head. Also, it's a bipedal dinosaur that walks on its hind legs. But sometimes, when it wanted to run at high speed, it also used its front legs to help itself while running. Here we have the first one, and we also have another fascinating dinosaur. Its name is Parasaurolophus, which is mainly characterized by its large skull. It was as hard as a rock. It looked like it was wearing a helmet, and it also had several spikes all around it. It also had a strong beak, as you can see, which it used to dig in the ground so it could eat roots. It also used this hard head to fight, especially with other members of its species, in order to attract the attention of females. Let's see which one we get now. Look, we have the famous Stegosaurus. I have to admit, I love this little figure. I think out of all the ones we have from Imaginext, this is one of my favorites. As you know, the Stegosaurus is a dinosaur that has a lot of plates on the top of its body. It's a quadruped, and it has a long tail full of spikes. Look, over here we've also brought out a Stegosaurus, a giant dinosaur. The big one has more movements. It can move its head and, as you already know, it can move this big tail it has. Swish, swish, swish. We can also pretend that it's the mother with its baby, and I think we have one left. The last herbivorous dinosaur inside the cage. It's the famous Triceratops, one of the most famous dinosaurs we have. Since paleontologists have found many fossil remains of this type of dinosaur, that's why we have a lot of information about them. It had a crown-shaped skull, and as you can see, it had 3 horns on its head. And now, yes friends, we've finished today's video. We've had a great time. If you liked this video, you can help me by giving me a super like, a thumbs up, and I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And this way, you also help me so I can keep making lots of videos for all of you. Now friends, I say goodbye to you. I'll see you in the next video with more fun surprises. Goodbye, a big kiss, I love you all.